Welcome back, everyone. I'm Mr. Miatanut, and this is Mr. Miatanut World Headquarters. As you've seen in the previous couple episodes, we've been working on rebuilding a 2007 Porsche 911 that got lightly tapped in the front. In today's episode, we're going to start working on putting the interior back together, put the door airbag in, put the seat airbag in, and the seat belts back, the rear seat belts back in it. Come along with us today and check out what we got going on. Thanks for joining us. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like what you see. We look forward to making more videos for you. Y'all follow along and join us on this great journey. Thank you. Hey guys, we're going to start with pulling this door back apart and taking a look what we need to get the new airbag in there. So let's dig in. Remember in last week's video, we already disassembled the door panel, but I pulled this wiring harness apart. And set this out of the way. Upon further inspection, we pulled apart the old airbag right here in the door, and it blew the upper part of the panel. It bent it out just a little bit, so we need to pull the whole door card out and straighten this out and put it back together. So let's start pulling this apart. Looks like that might have done the trick pretty well. I think that looks pretty nice. Let's button this door back up. Good. Let me grab my ratchet real quick and grab the new airbag. As you can see, there's not much to this airbag assembly here. And once again, make sure you always disconnect your battery, which we did right before the video started. Alright, and there we go. Now we got the new door airbag installed. Let's see about getting the trim panel put back in place. You can see that there was just a little bit of damage right here to the door panel, but we're going to let it ride for right now. It's all cosmetic. The rest of the panel looks to be in pretty nice shape. And we got all our push pins all in place. Got those all around. And about ready to go. First thing I'm going to do is connect the outside door handle lever back in place. That snapped in. Let's get the door wiring harness back in place. Get that on. Alright, now I've got the door panel back in place. Let's get all the trim pieces back on there. Got the little end cap in here. Check this out. Keep in mind, this little part was damaged from the airbag. I'm gonna see if this will still cooperate with us. There we go. Got the end cap in there. Let's get our one screw right here behind the door handle. That one's snugged up. Got one right in here. All right. Check it out, guys. We got the driver door all put back together. All right, guys, we're gonna go by and get the driver's seat airbag installed. We got a little ground screw at the bottom here. Pull that nut loose. And so we get this ground wire attached right here. Actually, it goes on the nut slides inside of it. It's a safety feature. Tell you what, we're going to go ahead and get the connector put together on the bottom. Make sure you have the harness fully inserted into the airbag connector, and then push the orange clip, safety clip in, and then a little slight tug on it, and make sure everything's locked in place, which this one is. So now let's get this ground nut and ground wire reattached. It's got a 10mm nut on there. I'm going to run it down by hand first. And we're going to snug it up. Got that all snug, ready to go, and let's set it in place. All right, there we go. See that a little better now. Now we got to put the seat back. Pull the center cushion of the seat back out. And to do that, sit in here for a minute. Pull up on the seat. Grab it back by the sides and pull the sides out. Now we grab behind it. Get behind it on the other side too. There we go. Got a little locking clip right in the top of the seat here. It goes into the back of the cushion and just releases that. And now, put this forward so you see everything. Pull the airbag back out of the way. Let's take a look at getting this seat airbag secured. As you can see here, we got 2 bolts that go in here into the side of the seat frame. Let's grab those bolts. Again, it's another T30 Torx bit, same ones we were using on the door. You want to get those in position back in here behind the seat. Tell you what, I'm going to try this from the other side of the car. First, pull this airbag back loose again. Tell you what, we're going to try from the bottom first, see if we can get the bottom one started. There we go. Yahtzee. We got the first one started on the bottom. Alright, now let's see if we can get the one on the top started up. There we go. Finally got it started. Beautiful. Alright, let's get that one snug down. Let the top bolt tightened up. Let's double check the bottom one. There we have it. Side airbag securely fastened into the seat. Now let's get the seat cushion back in place. Next we're going to do now is push up in there and get this very top. There we go. Now we'll get these little wings on each side of the back of the seat. And there we have it. Got the seat all put back together, the new airbags installed, and we're one step closer to getting this thing wrapped up. Now the next part is getting the new seat belts installed, or the reconditioned seat belts. So let's get to it. I found the correct 6mm socket. Now we can break this loose, this seat back bracket loose. There we go. It helps when you got the right tools. Alright, we got our new redone seat belt in here. Let's get this thing unwrapped. And you're probably wondering where we got the seat belt redone. We got it done right there at safetyrestore.com. We mailed them off the old seat belt. They restored it for us and put it back together. And now we're going to reinstall it in the car. positioned down here at the bottom. Put the green plug in and push the orange clip down in there, and then give it a little tug and make sure it's tight, make sure it's snug in there. Alright, now we can set that back in place and put the bolt for the tell you what, I'm going to run to the toolbox and grab a wrench. We got our 17mm socket, and start the bolt by hand. Get the lower trim panel on, then we put the upper trim panel back on it, and then snug everything in place. So let's go grab the lower trim panel. Got it right here. Check everything. Great. Slide this back in place. And actually we do have, before we slide that in place, we have a zip tie on here on the seat belt that we need to pull loose. You guys had a little minor complication. Apparently the driver's seat belt that we sent off to get restored, they rewound it about 180 degrees backwards. So basically the whole reel is backwards. And there's no easy way without disassembling it to fix it. So we'll have to send that one back off. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and put the passenger side seat belt back in place, and that way we can just double check everything and use it as a reference. My original thinking was I was going to send all the seat belts off and get the color changed, but I decided just to keep everything just the way it was for now, and that's why I originally took out the passenger seat belt, even though there's nothing wrong with it. But let's stick it back in place and get the passenger side all put back together. Alright guys, so this has definitely been a learning experience here on the installation of these seat belts. You would think that's not a big deal, but it actually is when, well, obviously the orientation goes in the opposite direction than what you actually think. So after looking at the passenger side seat belt, which we did not send off, this is how it came originally, compared to the driver's seat belt that we did send off to get prepared. They are both in the correct orientation. So let's go ahead and proceed and get everything buttoned up inside the car. And I think we've got the passenger side. Let's now we'll go back over and we're gonna move back over to the driver's side and get it all buttoned up. So let's start back by pulling this bolt loose again right up here and feeding it through this bracket down here on the side. And now that we know that this is the correct bolt that goes up top, that one in right there now. Let's hand tighten it for a minute. We've already snugged up this bolt at the bottom, and now we're going to slide in the trim panel. As you can see today, nothing is always as easy as it seems. The littlest pieces, like the little plastic trim pieces and trim clips and stuff, are usually what give you the hardest, most difficult problems, but we're gonna get it. I'm gonna keep going at it. But our main objectives today were, we got the airbags in, we got the driver door put back together, got the driver door airbag in, we got the driver seat airbag in, got it secure. We got both the passenger and the driver seat belts in and got everything secured. And we got the trim panels 99%. I'm gonna keep working on the trim panels and get all the little clips here finished up here shortly. But as you can see, I think you can agree with me that today was a pretty successful day. I appreciate y'all following along. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, Mr. Miatanut, and follow along for all the upcoming projects and the completion of this Porsche 911. Appreciate y'all following along and watching episode 3 here. I'll catch y'all on the next episode. Thank you.